This is your WCIA 3 forecast first.
Hope you're able to get outside today because today is going to be it, at least for the rest of this work week, for things to be comfortable. Starting tomorrow, things are getting very hot and very humid. Right now, we've got beautiful conditions out there. This is our view from Danville on our Flooring America iNet camera. Danville, 83 degrees, 82 in Champaign, 84 in Decatur, and 84 in Springfield, with 81s in Pontiac and Bloomington, and still a light northeast wind coming in under 10 miles an hour. Coming up, we are looking at nice conditions for this evening, but hot temperatures for tomorrow. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
So many memories created at the Decatur celebration for decades. But now that's all coming to an end. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The Decatur celebration is officially over. The board of directors says they can't afford to put the event on each year. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays is with us now. And Jamie, I can't count how many celebrations I've covered over the years. This is definitely disappointing news to so many people.
That's right, Jennifer. Staff says last year they were getting ready for their 35th anniversary and for what they thought would be the best production they have had so far. But like so many other events, the pandemic changed those plans. For 34 years, the Decatur celebration brought families together for a 3-day event filled with music, great food, and summer fun.
It was the brainchild of former Mayor Gary Anderson and some other key leaders, not because of its financial purposes or its impacts on the community, but so that Decatur could feel good about itself. This could be a destination, and that the community should have and did have a celebration for many years.
Now that tradition is coming to an end. The Decatur celebration took a hit during the pandemic and wasn't able to rebound. The board of directors announced they have filed for bankruptcy.
Not being able to have that any longer is kind of disappointing for attendees, vendors, the community, and people in general.
Each year, the street festival brought in about $100,000 for nonprofits and also money for the city.
Certainly when you close the streets and brings thousands of people to downtown Decatur every early August, that certainly has a financial impact. It drives sales taxes, it drives hotel rooms sales and restaurant sales and gasoline sales.
But leaders say Decatur still has more to offer. And although the festival is over, they are confident there's still more to come.
We have multiple sporting events. We have we have some other little small festivals. We have Finders Market that brings people. We have, a large group of, a great calendar of things that are coming up. It maybe has run its course, but I believe there are some great people in this community that could pull together and come up with a new event that will be just as successful and just as great in the future.
Decatur Celebration Board says there's still opportunities for families to enjoy the city, including the Devon Amphitheater, Splash Cove, and other events through Decatur Area Arts Council. It's not a replacement for the Decatur celebration, but an alternative. Back to you, Jennifer.
Something to build on. All right, Jamie, thank you. Now, in a statement, the Decatur Celebration Board went on to say, quote, throughout the years, the Decatur community has continued to support the celebration, and we could not have survived 34 years without you. Citizens of Decatur, we thank you. To all of our sponsors and community partners, including the city of Decatur, thank you for your generosity and investment dollars. It demonstrates your commitment to the success of this community. There's a follow-up now to last night. Champaign leaders are responding after a huge showing at last night's city council meeting. Hundreds showed up, voicing their support for police officers and their safety. Back the Blue marched from the police station to City Hall. During the meeting, they spent hours voicing concerns. We spoke with Champaign's mayor today. She says it was nice to see generally everyone being polite to each other.
It's always good to hear from community members and to have that opportunity to hear what they are feeling and what they're thinking.
And tonight at 6, what changes could be coming after yesterday's march and meeting? New tonight, Decatur police say they've been called to half a dozen reports of gunfire in just the last 2 days. One of those resulted in a woman being hurt. Happened in the area of Pine and Main last night. Police say they found a woman who had been shot in the stomach. She's expected to survive. Police say a dark-colored sedan and an unknown second car are possibly involved. Springfield police are still searching for a man who disappeared in April. This is 42-year-old Kenneth Brown. He was last seen at a hotel on Toronto Road. Detectives say foul play is likely. Investigators say he had daily contact with his family, but they haven't heard from him. A Missing Persons Network is offering a $2,000 reward for information on his direct location. A fire damaged 2 homes and burned a shed to the ground in Pleasant Plains. You can see the aftermath right here. This happened on Farmingdale Road just west of Springfield. No one was hurt. Neighbors say the shed caught fire after someone started burning leaves and sticks and left the fire unattended. The state fire marshal is investigating. One person was taken to the hospital after a motorcycle and car crashed. It happened at the corner of Curtis Road and Cherry Hills Drive in Champaign. No word on the condition of the biker or if any tickets were given out. More headaches for the village of Westville. People saw a spike in their gas bills in February. Now some people are getting calls from a scammer. WCIA 3's Sarah Lehman was out in Westville today. She's live in our newsroom with more on this scam. Sarah, tell us about it.
Yeah, we actually got a call from Westville Village Hall this morning. They told us about the scam call. Michelle Burks works at Village Hall. She says this morning someone called asking if they were giving refunds for gas bills. That's when they first heard of the scam calls. Burks says the customer got a call with U of I caller ID. When the customer answered, she says they prompted her to press a button to get a refund on her gas bill. Burks says this is not something the village is doing.
Hang up. Don't press any buttons. Don't accept the call. If it says something, if it's not a call that you're normally used to taking, either refuse the call or call us and verify. We'd be happy to answer any questions.
Just a few hours ago, Burks called us to say she has now heard of another person getting this call. It was from a different number with an Illinois caller ID. Right now, they don't know what happens if you press the button for a refund. Burks says there is an investigation going on right now, but there is no program for you to get your money back. Jennifer, back to you.
Don't test it. Don't see what happens. Just leave it be.
Hang up.
All right, Sarah, thank you so much. This is a follow-up. The Illinois House could send a plan to modernize the FOID card to the governor's desk. Gun owners who give state police their fingerprints would see automatic renewals. Advocates say it would cut down on the backlog of gun owners who are waiting to get their cars renewed. This idea would only make fingerprinting voluntary. It wouldn't require you to give the police your fingerprints.
Many people believe that mandatory fingerprinting would have a violation of a Second Amendment right, a constitutional right. That's a core belief of many people in the Illinois General Assembly, as well as many of our constituents.
Gun safety advocates point to a Johns Hopkins study that found fingerprinting can strengthen the background check and cut down on gun violence. You could also carry the new FOID card on your smartphone. Here's a look at today's COVID numbers statewide. There are more than 350 new cases. 22 more people have died. The 7-day positivity rate, I'm saying this for the first time, 1%. Nearly 46% of the state is now fully vaccinated. More than 12 million shots have been given. The daily average is 44,000. A county is getting more than $1 million for road repairs. Could it be yours? Where most of that money will be going. Plus, we told you the state's clean energy bill hit another dead end. How the governor is trying to get it back on track.